Let's have it.
And we're back.
Three.
Part three. Yeah, part three. That's it. Well, sit
So
there.
you got to the point where you'd gone on a European tour.
Yeah.
You chucked out of a sex shop in Holland.
Yeah,
I
we
think
made
that was a good place to end.
Yeah, good place to end. Probably is an equally good place to start the third bit, because at the time, this was when I took a driver with me, my mate Ricky Watts. I talked to him at the club. I told him there'd be plenty of sex, drugs, rock and roll and stuff, and he fell for it. It's like he was the only one amongst us, because we were sort of skint. I've spent all my life basically with not a pot to piss in, and nothing much has
Still
changed.
got most of it left.
Yeah. I was going to say, yeah, I've got the pot now. But yeah, so I said to Ricky, want to come, and various promises were made, and he thought, yeah, well, I'll take the opportunity to get myself some duty-free cigarettes and some bottles of this and that, so it was all good. He took a few £100, which obviously went a lot further in them days, but bad mistake, because he was the only man who actually had cash money. I mean, the rest of us, we had tenors and 20 quids, because we was living on a promise. They said, well, we'll put you up in hotels, this, that, and the other. We went, oh, thanks, great. So basically, we had nothing. So Rick come with 300 or 400 quid in his pocket, he had. But yeah, we soon knocked that out. The first mistake he made was when we got to the first gig, he decided he was hungry. We spent most of our time hungry, do you know? So he thought he'd be a bit clever. While we was in there sorting things out and doing a sound check, he thought, I'll nip away and get myself something to eat. And that wasn't the mistake, because he bought himself, some ham rolls, for then, and he also cunningly bought a few more for later. Well, so he thought. But then he made the terrible error. He decided these ham rolls had to have mustard. So he left the rolls in the van and went in search of mustard. But in the meantime, the boys had come back to the van, spotted the rolls, bang, and made pretty short work of them.
Oh, no.
So that's what we did have. When he came back, all he had was mustard. But he took it well. Do you know what I mean? We was a lot younger then, and yeah, so that, poor old Rick.
So what happened with Paul eventually? He was
yeah, eventually, yeah. I mean, I told the sex shop. We actually got slung out of the sex shop, and I wasn't lying. We did, because we was in Holland, and this was before the internet.
Ask why.
Well, we was still fascinated by such things, and ladies taking their clothes off and things like that. And we was, so we thought in Holland, when you're in Holland, do what the Dutch do, and they've got these shops. So we went, well, we'll have a look, see, curiosity. So we did that. We went and had a look, and so on and so forth. And we was in there. And being English boys, we was kind of fascinated, because like censorship was still in full flow. There was no internet, so you couldn't check things out like you can now. Not that I ever do. Let's get that straight.
Allegedly.
No.
Check things out, yeah.
But no, it's true. So we went in there. It was fascinating. There was books, there was films, there was a cinema. So there was shelves of these books, and Rick decided he had to have a look in every book there was. And it did have signs there. He said, look, you're welcome to look, but this is not a library. We had never known it. The only thing we didn't have was a desk and a seat to sit on. And in the death, the bloke beyond, we must have been in there for God knows how long, and in the death, the bloke behind the counter got the he went, oi, you two, out. So off we went. But yeah, no, it was interesting. It was great times, great tour. We laughed a lot, because we had to, because basically we was hungry. We actually, the last gig was with a band called Anthrax, superb band, and Testament. And Testament was a band, they had a full-blooded American Red Indian. He was the vocalist. He must have been 9 foot tall. Mind you, what made him look tall was, if you ever check out Anthrax, I mean, I think they're all about 5'2". Do you know what I mean? So yeah, he looked even bigger, but it was great. I mean, it was a great gig, and it was great. It was a great tour, and we laughed like you do. You rough it when you're young, and yeah, that was it. And yeah, I don't know really. No, I never got sacked. I sort of drifted, because I was in the process of moving abroad. I went to live in Spain and so on and so forth. So it sort of came to a natural conclusion. The Battle Zone thing carried on, different lineups. There's so many stories I could tell. I mean,
there's plenty of time.
Plenty of time, and we'll revisit this era, because it was great. It was great for me, because my career really took off. Certainly not financially, but as far as being credibility-wise, yeah, it was great. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a day for that's part 2. Hopefully, I'm not talking too
That was
quickly.
part 3, actually.
Was it part 3?
Yeah, that was part 3.
It's an age thing. I'm not as young as I was.
I'll turn it off there then, shall I?
Yeah, turn it off, bro.
Cheers.
Turn it off before I start crying.